We made it to London. Finally, after a whirlwind of travel over the last few days, we took a flight yesterday from Minnesota to Newark and on Delta Airlines. Then we met up with some great friends who gave us a ride over to JFK, but we had lunch with them first at, what was it, Tommy's Tavern? Or
Tommy's Tap House or something, something like that, I think it was called.
Yeah, in New Jersey. Then we went over to JFK and we took a red-eye all-night flight over to Heathrow Airport in London. It was it was a good flight. It was our first time on Virgin Atlantic, and we had a really good experience.
I'll tell you what, the service on Virgin Atlantic was fantastic. From getting to the airport to the check-in process, they had some awesome technology they were using to get you checked in. So that was super cool. And then once we got on the flight, the best thing you have ever done for us was spending $70 more per ticket to put us into the Economy Delight section. That's right, a section of the economy area on the plane where you had some extra leg room and some extra stuff like that.
About 3 or 4 more inches.
Oh my God, it was amazing.
And the seats reclined just a little bit more, not all the way, but a little bit more. So we were able to get a little sleep, and it just made for a great flight.
That's right. And then we got off the plane and we're in Heathrow. So there's a few options to get from Heathrow to, into London, to your hotels here. And we decided the biggest challenge and the most fun would be taking the underground, which is the tube, I think they call it. It's kind of like a subway, but it's not total subway. But we took the train, the cheapest way as well, because Uber would have cost us about $80-90 at that time. So we saved money, had an adventure, and that was very cool. We followed all the signs. It's a pretty simple deal. We did our research ahead of time, and we figured everything out. So we made it here, and there happens to be a station right here on the corner where our hotel is, the Gloucester station, and that worked out perfectly for us.
It was. So we took the Piccadilly line there. And
very good, Sharon. The Piccadilly line. You got it. Nice work.
And so the station is pretty close to our hotel here. We are at the Doubletree Kensington, so we can go over there. We're like in a few minutes we're going to head back over there, and we're going to take the tube out and do some more sightseeing. So it's great having a hotel here in London that's close to a tube, because you do have to do a lot of walking, and it will save you a few steps.
So far we chose this place kind of because we thought it was in a good location, and all of our research afterwards let us know that it is a great location. So the hotel, so far, that's been nice as well. And the lunch we had today was right down the way, and that was solid.
We got checked in, and we went over and had a little pizza. I know it's not real, I guess, London food, but we were starving.
It was classic London pizza, Sharon, at the Pizza Express right here on Cromwell. Come on.
But anyways, we were hungry, and it was the closest thing. And we just saw it on the corner. We're like, let's go. We got to eat so we can get our energy back up. So now we are going to head back out and do some sightseeing, and I can't wait to see what's London.
I think so. Matthew has a list for us. I think he wants to get to the Parliament, Trafalgar Square, Big Ben, and see what else we can see here on our first night. We are, as Sharon mentioned, dead, tired, exhausted. Our faces tell the story. But we're going to go out a little bit, venture out, see what we can find, and get ready for a big, big day tomorrow that Sharon has lined up. So we're here, London. We can't wait to check it out. It's going to be awesome. Are you excited?
I'm excited.
Matthew's holding the camera. Matthew, are you excited?
I'm excited.
All right, Matthew's excited too. So there you go, guys. So we're here. Thanks for joining us.
And we got lucky. It's not raining here in London today. The weather has been beautiful. So let's get going before anything changes.
All right, let's do this.
And here's a quick peek at our room before we go. There's 2 double beds here. It is a small room. London hotels are just basically small all the time. So this is actually a pretty good size for a London hotel. There's several plugs over here. They do run off the European plug here. So you do have to have your own adapter, or you won't be plugging any of your devices in. And this is so cute over here. Look at this. There's a little coffee or tea hot water machine, little cups with spoons. And in here, there's coffee, different types of teas, and so that's really cute. Look at that. And there's a little area over here with 2 chairs, so it's quite large. A nice big TV, and it's great for the 3 of us. So we're gonna head out now. Oh, and the bathroom. Now we did all just shower, so don't judge us, all right? But here's the shower is nice and big. You got the real lived-in look of the hotel room, okay? We are in room 501 at the DoubleTree Kensington. So let's head out.
Well, here's a little look at the lobby of our adorable hotel, the DoubleTree here in Kensington. Front area right there. Hello, everybody. Now we're getting out of here. And boom, we're right out here on Cromwell, the main street. And just like that, guys, we're here in London. Now, we mentioned earlier that there is a very close underground station. And when I say close, I mean super close. We're going to go to this intersection down here, cross it, and then boom, we're going to be right where we need to be. Oh, they got the double-decker buses. I don't know if these are more hop on, hop off, or if these are just everyday buses for folks to get around town. I think that's what the deal is. We mentioned a pizza place we went to. It was right across the street over there earlier today. And here we go. Now they got some of the same old things you love. I see a Wingstop, I see Starbucks, I see KFC, I see Burger King right down the road there. There's a look back at our hotel. Oh, a little blinded there. There it is. Awesome little place. Ken's Restaurant is attached to it. We might check that out while we're here. And I mentioned how close we are to the underground station. Boom, there it is, Gloucester Road. So there we are, just like that. We're at the underground station here. This is just proving to be the easiest way for us to get around. It's going to be busy here. Lots of activity. All right, so now you can get tickets. There's all kinds of ways you can travel, but the easiest way that we found was just to tap your credit card that you want to use on a regular basis to get in and get out of the underground areas. There we go. So we'll tap for Matthew. Now Sharon's gonna tap. Go for it, Sharon. And then I tapped and boom, we're a done deal. So now we're gonna go on the District and Circle line down to platform 3. Okay, and we're gonna find the train that goes from here at Gloucester down to Westminster, just a couple stops away. Circle District line, that's what we're after. And it's easy to maneuver. They've got one platform going one way, one platform going the other way.
This is Westminster. This is the District line.
Some of these stations are definitely nicer than others as far as what they have to offer, food, drinks, beverages, stuff like that.
Oh my gosh, those look delicious. Sometime while I'm here, I'm going to find one of those somewhere. I'm going to get one, but just not right now because we're on our way to see some sights. Let's go.
All right, so coming right out of the Westminster Street underground station, boom. Hello, Big Ben. Look at you. Unbelievable. It's so funny how, like, we're here in awe of this thing right now, but hundreds of thousands of people just walk past this every day like it's just, I don't know, just another building. But this stuff is gorgeous out here. Look at it. Parliament Square. Right down the road is Trafalgar Square. We're gonna walk around a little bit, see what we can find. There's the underground sign right there. There's Sharon taking a whole bunch of pictures to remember these events. And these guys are looking very, I don't know, they look great. These guys are dressed up right there in their suits and their top hats. Well, this is kind of cool. We just got here. It's 7 p.m. and Big Ben is letting us know what time it is. Sharon, what do you think of all this stuff here? Right out of the underground station, we're right at Big Ben. What do you think?
I know, it's great. I didn't really realize that we were going to see it like right when we got off. I thought we had to walk down a ways to get to it, but there's so much right here, so it's awesome.
And you can just ride the big bus if you want and check everything out like those folks are doing. All right, what about all these buildings next to it? What are we seeing?
All connected to it is just different, areas of Parliament, right? You have the House of Commons. If you look up a little bit, you can see actually a plane departing from one of London's few major airports they got just all in the area here. So it's very awesome.
They're probably leaving Heathrow right now,
Yeah.
maybe, huh?
Yeah, but yeah, so you have House of Commons, Parliament, all that cool stuff. And so,
All right, so where do you want to go next? You want to go see that statue of Winston Churchill down there?
yeah, we got.
What's your
statues
next hot
there.
spot?
There's a statue of Winston Churchill down there.
Westminster Abbey, is that on the agenda?
Westminster Abbey's down the way. You can see the top of it. I'm assuming that's that over there. So we gotta check that out as well.
All right, well, here we are. All we did was cross the street, and there's another awesome area right here. Matthew, what am I looking at over here?
Right here we have,
besides your awesome mom, Sharon, to see Chapel.
Right here we have Parliament Square Garden. So a lot of people just hanging out here, chilling for the evening. And then right here to our right, we have a statue of Winston Churchill, who was the British Prime Minister during World War II, famous for leading Britain during the war and inevitably winning the war against the Germans.
Very cool. What about these buildings over here? What do you know? Anything?
Right there we have St. Margaret's Church, and then behind it is Westminster Abbey.
So the taller one up there, Westminster Abbey.
Yes.
Very, very cool. The knowledge that you have to share with us is something. That's why we don't have to hire a tour guide tonight. We have you with us.
Oh,
Oh,
I also looked at Google Maps a little bit just to make sure I had all the places right.
Nothing
there's
wrong
Big
with that.
Ben again.
Big Ben's talking to us. It's 1:15. It's like everywhere you go, you can just look over and see Big Ben. And all these flags are very cool too. They've I don't know what they all represent.
I'm pretty sure they probably represent every British territory and overseas territory and province and things like that.
That's very cool. Amazing stuff, Matthew. Nice job. And again, you got a plane coming in.
Taking off probably.
Courage calls to courage everywhere. Millicent Garrett Fawcett. Beaconsfield. Mahatma Gandhi. I think I've heard of that fella. Hi, Gandhi. I loved you in that movie. Hey, Nelson.
Nelson Mandela.
Mr. Mandela, nice to see you. You got your own spot right here. A lot of great folks in this square, I'll tell you what. What was this again? The Parliament Garden?
Parliament Square Garden.
Parliament Square Garden. Very awesome. All right, Big Ben, we're out of here. We're moving on. I've been wanting to say it for a while, and it kind of reminds me of this circle here, where you might just drive around and you'd be like, Big Ben, Parliament, Big Ben, Parliament. Sorry I had to say it. If you know the movie, you know what I'm talking about. So there's a little something about the royal wedding 2011. What was that? Prince William and Catherine. Is that right, Matthew?
Yeah, you just took that right out of my mouth.
Hey, listen, I would never do that. But okay, maybe I did.
Yeah, so you have Abbey Church of Westminster, consecrated in 1065. So that'd be actually a year before William the Conqueror invaded. So this predates the Norman conquest. So this is back Anglo-Saxon times.
Very cool. So it does go back a little bit. You think this is updated every couple of royal weddings?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Just like they update everything, like when the Queen died, they got to update everything super quick with now King Charles III things. So I bet you they update this constantly. Like, he wasn't Prince of Wales until recently, so they had to have updated this in the last year.
Very
to
cool.
reflect that.
That is very cool stuff. All right, well, this is just breathtaking. It's like every turn out here, you're finding some amazing historic piece, architecture. Oh, the Westminster Abbey even has its own souvenir shop. Unfortunately for Matthew, who loves to collect souvenirs, it's closed. We'll have to check it out again, hopefully on another trip or on another tour. Maybe we'll even be by here tomorrow. Right here, kind of in front of Westminster Abbey, is a pretty awesome statue. Matthew, what do you know about it?
It's just a little, just by reading it, it's just a little monument dedicated to the soldiers who died fighting in the Crimean War and in the Indian War. The Crimean War was fought between Britain and its allies, such as France and parts of Italy, against Russia over Russian aggression against the Ottoman Empire to keep the balance of power. And then the Indian Wars, there's a lot of wars that Britain fought in India, but this is likely just one very specific one just during that time period as well. All right, so we have here Downing Street. This is where the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom lives. So his residence is in this area. It's almost like the White House for the UK, since the Prime Minister is he's the leader of the country, besides the King, of course. And so you can definitely see all the armored security. These guys ready to deal with anyone who shouldn't be in there, for sure. So very highly secure area that the Prime Minister of England lives.
So as we walk down the road leaving Downing Street, and then we come across some cool stuff, we're seeing a lot of these kind of monuments just all over the place. Like here's one dedicated to the women of World War II. Right, that's very cool. Across the road, you've got another statue of what looks like maybe a General Alan Brooke, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm reading that from the distance. And we're heading down here to Trafalgar Square, which is a very popular spot. Lots of people I can see down there already. So let's get a little closer look.
Here's a statue dedicated to Commander-in-Chief of the British Army back in the Victorian era, George, Duke of Cambridge.
All right, now we're coming up to Trafalgar Square. You can see all the shops, restaurants, little cafes out here.
You want British pub? There's a British pub.
Oh, the Horse and Guardsman. British pub, that looks pretty nice. Are we going in there, Matthew, for a pint and some fish and chips?
No.
Not right now, we're too busy? Okay, we'll get them next time. We'll get them next time.
All right, so here we have Trafalgar Square. So at the very tippy top of that monument up there is Horatio Nelson, who was a British admiral who led the British Navy to defeat a combined French and Spanish Navy at the Battle of Trafalgar, which ended any ambition or hopes of Napoleon of invading the British homeland. And then all around the area too, there's a lot of music going around, gift shops, all those sorts of things. So this is definitely a hopping area compared to, you go over by kind of Big Ben and Westminster Abbey, it's a bit more quiet, less shopping, more just viewing and scenery. Up here, there's a lot of stuff happening.
Well, we got up here to the National Gallery, it's called, but this area is all blocked off because they're having a big old event coming up. Matthew, what did you say you thought it was?
Sign said West End Live 2024. I don't know what it is, but it's very disappointing. It's taking away from the beautiful scenery and architecture.
I know, right? But I guess there's a setup and the takedown process. The West End Live is some kind of event going on here. Let's see if we can get a closer look at the stage from around the corner here. So yeah, so I guess they got a big stage, a big concert's going to be going on here. But tonight it's just a big mess. So Matthew is a little bit disappointed. He didn't get to experience the full Trafalgar Square. Well, as we wind down the day, Matthew and Sharon are hitting up some souvenir shops. Memento London. Then maybe the Magical Platform. Looks like some cool stuff in there too. Matthew always likes to get a little souvenir action while he's here, while he's anywhere. And there's going to be a lot of fun for him. So they're going to do a little shopping in there, and then we're going to head back to a subway or an underground station and see if we can't make our way back towards a hotel. We're heading back down into the underground, and we're going to be making our way towards our hotel here. We're going to be taking one line to the Piccadilly Circus stop. Then we're getting off and getting on the Piccadilly line to head back to Gloucester Road. Keep your fingers crossed, we'll make it.
Well, we're back. We made it back off the tube at the Gloucester Road exit here, close to our hotel. We're gonna walk down the street here. We saw that there is an ice cream shop still open, we believe, and we've been craving ice cream all day, so we're gonna go check that out and just kind of put an end to our day, get a good night's sleep, and so we will see you in the morning, bright and early, for another full day of London. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.